Hey, it's Jonathan Miller. How's it going? Let's go for a drive. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. At the end of the video, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up and hit the little bell if you want to be notified of new videos to come. Today we're looking at the 2016 Mercedes-Benz G63 Amg. We're going to take a look and answer the question, is the G-Wagon still the coolest SUV around? We're inside the cabin of the 2016 Mercedes G63 Amg. We're sitting in these $5,000 luxury Designo leather seats with the $3,000 carbon fiber trim. I have a special guest today.
How are you?
This is Levon, a very good friend of mine.
We've been friends a long time.
Yeah. This is actually my first time driving a G-Wagon, which is surprising. I've always wanted to drive one of these. It's been a favorite car of mine to look at. So luckily today I'm getting the opportunity to drive it.
And you know, it's like one of those things, I've actually driven them in the past, and I would like to say it's one of those things like where you don't want to meet your heroes.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is what you expect, I think.
Yeah, we were talking about that before. When the 996 Porsche C4S was out, it was one of my favorite cars. And I was like, oh, I love that car. And then I drove
that car,
I drove it, and I kind of wish I hadn't driven it because I was used to driving turbos and whatnot.
I was going to say, like, well, you were
driving
GT2. Of course
GT2.
It was slow to you. You were driving a GT2.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
You drove a GT2 the way that people drive a Corolla.
I did.
Yes. Imagine if you were doing YouTube back then.
Oh my God. I'd be talking to like 30 million subscribers right now
seriously.
instead of 130.
Or none, because they're like, who's this jerk in the GT2? Nah, the kids would definitely flock to you. It was there were a lot of cool cars back then, I have to say. It's been a long time since the two of us have been in a car together.
I know, we used to do lots of car stuff together, so
Always.
It's good to be back. Levon, I'll actually put a little post in the picture here. He's got a big podcast called the Knife Nuts Podcast. He talks about these, what do you call them, designer knives?
They're just high-end knives. It's just like anything else. Some people collect watches, pens, cars. It's kind of part of that whole thing.
Yeah.
But somehow it's become my shtick.
And the stuff's pretty cool. I mean, I love technology and craftsmanship. And then you see some of these knives and they're like, the work that goes into these and the thought and the details is actually, and the materials is really cool. So
yeah, I mean, it's all the same stuff you see in the car industry. You see like a lot of carbon fiber, a lot of titanium.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
But, you know, you can fit a lot more knives in a small space than you can G-Wagons.
Yeah, how many knives can you fit in a G-Wagon?
So we probably should we'll have Ryan do the math.
Yeah.
I bet he would be able to do it.
Yeah, Ryan's my brother, so.
Yes. Oh my God.
So we're sitting in a little bit of traffic
it's the holidays.
You know, lunchtime on a Tuesday here in Philadelphia. We're heading out to Valley Forge Park. Some really nice scenery out there. We're gonna get some really nice pictures. We'll post on the blog for you guys to check out. We just had this car detailed at Dr. Detail in Conshohocken. It is Designo matte black paint.
It's not called matte. It's called matte something. What is it called?
I'll put it up there. It's Magno black matte paint.
It's green.
Yeah, we were looking at it, and it definitely has lots of, like, a really dark Eagles jersey green.
That's wishful thinking.
Tinge to it. But basically, matte paint, you cannot wash it like a regular car. You can't put regular soap on it because it'll leave stains and all kinds of stuff. So the customer he's got this special matte paint. I'll show you guys what that bottle looks like and who makes that.
But he has like touch-up paint for it?
No, just the soap. the soap
Oh,
to
the
wash
soap
the
for it.
paint.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
it's a
right.
special soap.
Gotcha.
So the guys at Dr. Detail wash with the special soap, and then they have to put a special polish on top of that after they were done washing it.
This guy's driving down the road with his scarf hanging out the bottom of the door. It's like...
And then they did a really leather detail. They put some ceramic coating on the leather. I didn't know that there actually was that. So he said basically water will beat off the seats now. So that's really nice.
For all the water that you get on the seats.
Yeah,
in
if
your
you
G-Wagon.
spill your coffee or what have you.
Yes.
As a Tesla Model 3, probably faster than this car.
Boring.
So
The leather, I will say the seats are freaking amazing.
Oh,
Like, some of the leather treatment in here is incredible.
it's beautiful inside.
Yeah. I mean, as beautiful as this it looks like it's, like a 2010 era Mercedes in here, which is weird because it's like a Mercedes from 1979.
Yeah, this is a $150,000+ AMG. He's actually was looking at the 2019, which is the brand new body with like the full 2 screens, like an S-Class interior.
Yeah.
But he said that if he puts his order in now, the dealer told him it's about a year till he gets that car. So he told me he's had Porsches, Ferraris, you name it. He said this is his favorite car to drive. It's like a tank, which it is. I mean, 6,000 pounds. We've got about 560 horsepower, 5.5 liter twin turbo V8. So I think it's 0 to 60 in about 4.8. Actually, the first thing I did when I got in the car was I hit the brakes pretty hard. So because I want to make sure I'm in a tank that it's going to stop. And it's actually really impressive, the brakes on these cars. On this car, it stops.
If you get out there and you look at them and you think, oh yeah, that's probably going to stop.
Huge rotors, huge calipers. He said obviously it goes through brake pads and rotors quickly because
how much mass
you're stopping this giant thing, but the brakes work really well. I haven't had a chance to test the performance of the car yet because we're going 20-something miles an hour here.
But you felt the throttle feels a little heavy, right?
And the throttle and the brake are like super heavy. Like I need like Arnold Schwarzenegger legs to like push them down.
You should let me drive.
Yeah. So it definitely like it feels like an older car. I don't know how to say it, but it's super solid. I mean, I'm on sport mode. He told me to drive on sport mode, so the steering's much heavier. It's obviously got big wheels and tires, so that's all heavy.
I used to work for Mercedes-Benz even before we met,
Yeah.
John. And like that was the era in which I had driven this car.
Yeah.
The interior is like leaps and bounds better than those cars were.
Yeah.
Like everything seems just really well put together in here too. And it's weird because it's like I can't imagine it was any easier to adapt this old car than it was just to make a new one. Right?
Right.
So it's a wonder why it took them until 2019 to fully redesign the thing.
I guess I don't know. It was selling so well. It's like why didn't he?
I guess you're right.
Why
We're
fix
selling
something
it
that's
so
not broke?
This is very dated. Like
Yeah,
this
the
whole-
instrument panel
command
and
system.
the climate control is like 3 feet below my arm because
Yes.
we're sitting. I mean, you sit. I guess it's built like this to off-road. I mean, I can see the front
the
grill
fenders,
bar
everything,
fenders
yeah.
in the front of the car. So I mean, you
Absolutely.
can see everything, which is pretty neat.
The center of gravity is still pretty high on this car, though. Like, I think by modern standards, I don't know how good it would do off-road, but I would love to find out.
Yeah, it's got to do good off-road.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's designed
It needs
for.
new tires for that. I
It's
think.
got the different locking differentials. We're not going to play with those because we're not going off-road.
I drive a modern pickup truck.
Yeah.
So I'm used to seeing like a gigantic dashboard and everything's set. You can turn these knobs with gloves on. They're make them big so you can turn them with gloves on. Everything is huge in there.
Yeah.
Switch gear and everything, and it's remarkable to me to come into a car like this and see how everything is. Don't get me wrong, everything feels solid, but it's all kind of small.
It's made for the little dainty
Yeah. I don't know.
hands.
Yeah, it's like they took the time. I love how they took the time to put like a little carbon fiber inlay on the oak hoop bar.
Yeah.
Did I censor that properly?
Yeah, that'll work. YouTube won't demonetize me, but I'm not making any money yet, so it doesn't matter. So I guess we can say whatever
10
you
years
want.
down the road, when somebody's going back through your catalog and viewing this, they'll be very happy about
Good point.
that.
Thank you.
This thing would look great outside of Ruth's Chris.
It would fit there very well.
Yes. Well, maybe 10 years ago when people went to steakhouses.
Probably cook a steak on this flat hood here.
Yeah, seriously. Do you think that's good for the paint?
Probably not.
But you're right. If you had this car in Arizona, you could probably do a Pittsburgh Rare.
Yeah. And I'll show you guys when I look at the interior, but the dash is literally this wide.
It's about 6 inches between us
and the windshield.
It's
like amazing that even passes crash tests.
That's probably why they didn't make a new one.
Ooh, maybe.
Yeah, that would make sense.
It's a neat look. I mean, I've never seen anything like this in any car.
But if we wreck, we're definitely gonna die.
Yeah, so we'll die together.
Yeah,
we'll have fun in heaven.
That's right. If we're gonna go, it might as well be in an almost 600 horsepower thing.
Yeah.
How much horsepower does this thing have?
Like 565.
Well, that's not almost 600. That's a whole, 40 away.
Twin turbo V8.
Well, that's enough. Well, is it twin turbo this model? Yes.
Yeah, 5.5.
The 63s are twin turbo. The one I drove, the 55s, they were supercharged, right?
Right. Yeah, where they get the numbers from these days, the 63s, it doesn't mean back in the day it used to mean 6.3 liters, but now it's just like a name of the car.
There was a year where they were naturally aspirated N63, right? And
I believe,
but they were actually a 6.1 liter or something.
Yeah, that was like the motor from the SLS.
Right.
Something like that.
Yeah, so confusing.
It is confusing.
I have a theory. I think that originally this color was considered a matte green, but they said no one would buy it. So they just called it matte black, and now everybody has it. all like 3 people who bought a $150,000 G-Wagon.
I see a lot of these.
You see a lot of these?
Not like a lot, but enough that like I see it.
You see it.
Yeah.
Like another Model 3.
There's Model 3s everywhere.
Road furniture.
Yeah. Oh wow, it's got like blind spot. It's got all the fancy gizmos for like a modern day car.
Yeah, that's what those little triangles are.
Yeah.
God forbid you use your eyes.
Yeah. When you drive like a car like this, people definitely look and they're like, I wonder what that guy does for a living.
Yeah. I think they think we're just a very successful couple.
Maybe.
Yeah. What is the acceleration times on this car?
I think Mercedes says 4.8.
Pretty quick.
That's fast for
like a flying brick.
Yeah.
There's no aerodynamics here.
No.
They actually put a heated windshield in here because, like, if it was snowing, what the heck are you gonna do?
It's actually, I'll try to take a picture, but there are like these squiggly lines all over it. And it's actually like, it looks like the windshield's dirty, but it's just all the elements in the windshield. It's like you have to kind of look through it, because if you look at it, you'll just see it the whole time.
Exactly. With sunglasses on, with polarized sunglasses on, like all you see is these little wavy copper lines in the windshield. It's kind of weird.
But the ride, I'm in sport mode. The owner told me to put in sport mode. It like tightens up the steering and everything.
The ride is not fantastic.
No, but it's not awful.
No.
So we're on a bumpy road here, so it's a little bumpy. Turn in is a little scary.
The steering probably, you said it feels a little off center.
Yeah. It kind of feels like, maybe it's just because the wheels and tires are so big. When you like turn, it just wants to keep turning. It doesn't want to like come back center very easily.
Mm-hmm. Very truck-like.
Yeah, it's like it's definitely a truck. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I guess that's like kind of the charisma of the car. It's like,
if you're taking this off-road, you don't want the steering wheel to spring back and break your hand.
That's true.
That's the idea.
Yeah, I'm going to tell the owner he might need an alignment, because I don't know if you can see my hands, but I'm like at a 45 degrees.
He's driving it like this, and we're
going
straight.
I mean, it's not pulling or anything. I just think the steering wheel's off.
I don't know, yeah.
We're driving through Valley Forge, and back in George Washington's days, this car might have been useful.
Oh, man.
Fighting the British.
That could have turned the whole tide. I don't know if that's a good thing.
In all the snow they had that winter. It might have been.
I mean, I gotta tell you, how tempting is it to drive out into the field in this thing?
I would love to, but it's federal land, and Uncle Sam was probably not thrilled to wreck the lawn.
The Germans are coming. It's actually staying pretty flat around these corners.
Yeah,
I expected a lot more body roll.
Yeah, all right, I'm gonna give it a little gas. Ready?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay, go.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not bad. It pulls.
I held on to the poop bar for...
Ooh.
Did that just...
Yeah, it blipped by itself.
Ooh,
yeah.
Ooh,
that sounds good.
Yeah, it just barked at us. Do that again. Right now.
Ooh, going around turns.
There's that body
scary.
roll I was thinking for.
Yeah.
Looking for. It can't escape. They can put a sport mode in here all they want, but it can't escape the fact that it's, 6,000 pounds.
Right, and we're sitting like 4 feet in the air.
We're literally on the car, not in it.
Right.
Did that run just dump like half of the fuel tank?
Yeah, we have no gas left. Whoa!
What, over that crest?
Lucky I wasn't going fast. We might have jumped in. This is Gincana. If you just saw Gincana 10 came out yesterday.
No way.
Yeah.
That dude is it still Ken Block?
It's awesome.
He can't.
That would have been Gincana 11.
We would have been clotheslined by the tree branch if we did it.
If we were allowed to, this is like, there's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of acres of off-roading.
We just have our $200,000 hunting rifles in the back and go get some pheasant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here we go. This is some good road. Some cobblestone, like 1700s road. Let's see what this thing does.
Yes. It's this road is almost as old as this car's chassis.
Boom.
Yeah, it's not great, John. It's not bad.
No, it's not
I mean, it's not punching you, but you definitely are.
We're moving a little.
You're not isolated from the road.
No.
No. Which, I don't know, I'd be seen as a good thing.
I think if you're off-roading, you probably want to feel it.
Yeah. With this tiny little...
Yeah, it's got a tiny little shifter thing.
With the Mercedes
the AMG.
crest. The AMG crest is embossed in the leather. Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, that's one thing we're going to look at is the doors and the locking.
Solid.
Solid. It sounds like an old 911. Yeah, bank fault.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That is cool. I'm not going to lie to you. I like that a lot.
Supposedly, I don't know if the rumor is true, but I've heard that G-Wagons are actually still mostly hand-built. That's why they're like kind of
still expensive.
Solid and expensive. Manual mode. So we've got these aluminum paddle shifters. Going up this hill, I feel like I'm climbing a hill on Safari or something. And we're going up. Ooh, and down. Alright, let's downshift.
Yeah, there it is.
7-speed automatic.
It's an automatic.
Yeah, it's not a dual clutch. But it is a heavy car.
Yeah. One thing that's nice about that is I'm a big dude. It's like my extra weight in here. What difference does it make?
Did you see that on the dash?
Mm-hmm.
It like was like red. It told me when to shift. It was almost like a shift light. It said 2 up.
I know. You know what that is?
What is that?
That tells you how to get your best fuel economy.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah.
No, I think that's what. See that little red arrow? I'm in fourth. This little red.
It's like put it in fifth if you want to conserve fuel in this monster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's annoying too.
I'll find out what the gas mileage is on this car, but
4.
maybe I can look right now.
4 city, 4 highway.
All right, average 11.4.
That's actually way better than I thought. Way better. That's the average.
Since we started, 11
it just went down to 11.
11 miles per gallon.
It's slowly creeping down. Our goal, yeah, that was good. Our goal should be to get this into the single digits of average fuel consumption by the time we give it back.
I went around the turn pretty good.
All right, that felt good. I feel like you have to be you can't take any like sudden actions with it, or else you'll feel that weight shift really, really.
You have to be very smooth on the turns.
But when you do, it stays pretty planted and flat.
Yeah, it's not bad.
The exhaust placement on this has been like a trademark look for this car in AMG form.
Oh,
where
totally.
they come out just underneath the rear doors.
Yeah.
Badass looking.
It's awesome.
Am I allowed to say badass?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and on like the non-AMGs, they dump out there, but like they just little dump pipes. You can't really see them unless you look under. So the AMG, they give you like big chrome pipes.
Yeah, I guess
that stick out.
it basically is like a dump pipe.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed is, aside from the engine noise, there is no noise in here whatsoever.
That's very quiet.
It's so quiet. Like, you don't hear anything except that giant V8.
Those downshifts sound good.
Just hit it.
That's actually not.
That wasn't bad at all.
The more I'm driving, like the more comfortable I am going around turns in it. But you definitely have to like turn in and go through. You can't, you pull it really hard.
You gotta plan your actions pretty far in advance.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do like an 80 mile an hour like
lane
someone
change.
stopped. Yeah, lane change on the highway. Ugh.
It just start rolling.
Yeah,
But we'd be fine because we're in a tank.
That's true though. I mean, there's a lot of. If this was a race car, it'd be awesome because you could definitely fit a helmet.
And there's
in
a
here.
sunroof, and you've got this much headroom.
Alcantara everywhere. Everything's leather. The steering wheel feels really good. It's like thick, AMG steering wheel.
I mean, there's not much. It lacks a lot of like the modern stuff. I'm sure it doesn't have like CarPlay or anything.
No.
I mean, in terms of infotainment, it's like your standard. They still call this the command system?
I think they're all. Even the new ones are.
All right. Well, whatever this version is, it's still like your,
Speed bump. What's a speed bump? Boom, boom.
Yeah, I mean, that's as close to off-roading as this car is ever gonna do. It's on the speed bump for half
pretty
a
much.
second. I gotta say, I like it though.
I like it too. Like I said, the customer told me he's had whatever car you'd like to drive, he's had, and he said this is his favorite.
And there's something very honest about it. Like it's
that road's closed.
It's not making any excuses.
Right.
People who buy this car want this car. It's not. You're not buying it to show off to anyone. It's just like, I want a G-Wagon. There are plenty of other cars you could spend, less money on that are much more showy, I think.
Yeah.
People don't know what year this is from. It looks like it could be from, 1999. I think I see the fuel needle moving. You can actually just watch it deplete. What do you tow with your G-Wagon?
Tow like your
Gullwing?
AMG GTR
Oh,
to the track.
Your GTR. I mean, this car will never look dated.
No, it's looked like this since like the 70s,
Yeah.
and it still looks awesome.
That's what's cool. It's like, say, you bought this car, it's 160 grand, let's say, right? You're not going to get some envy well, maybe now you do. Now there's this 2019 one.
Yeah, the new one's pretty slick looking.
But you don't feel like,
But it
I
still
need to
looks
get
the
the new
same.
one because you got a G-Wagon.
Yeah, and especially like AMG, you've got like all the horsepower you need. Can you guys see the log cabins?
That would be
That's
cool.
what the troops stayed in the freezing cold winter.
Mm-hmm.
That would not have been fun.
And in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of history out here for sure. Lots of blood on these fields.
That's true.
This car would be interesting to drive through Philadelphia.
To the city, yeah. The roads are
But
awful down
it's
there.
narrow enough. I don't feel like it's super oversized, and the visibility is like great.
Yeah, I'm not like very concerned with the width on this. We were talking about the G 4x4 squared. That one, I think I'd have a little.
I mean, isn't that the 6-wheeled one?
No, they make a 4-wheel one. That's all jacked up with like huge carbon fiber fenders and wheels
Could you
stick
buy
out.
that in? Do you see those?
I've seen a couple. There's a guy I saw around us with like a lime green one.
Well, that's kind of awesome. Oh, excuse me.
But those are also like $300-something thousand.
If you're gonna do it, you might as well get one that's like even more insane.
It's super insane.
Lime green. Can we drive that one next?
If you have one, call me. But I'm enjoying driving it. I don't have any.
Yeah, even as a passenger.
The more I'm driving, the more I'm getting used to it. I'm a little more confident going around the turns and everything.
I suppose that's to be. I think you can get used to anything.
Because here's a couple tight turns. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna. Whoa!
I mean, it's not a Lotus.
No. Alright, we're gonna just pull over here in front of this.
Oh my God, you're on the grass.
I know.
You're off-roading.
I know. Alright, we're gonna get out. We'll come back in a little bit, but we're gonna.
The seatbelts are red, in case you guys couldn't tell.
They are red. It's interior. I'll show you the interior. It's really, really nice.
It is nice.
Alright, we'll be back. So I'm getting in the interior here. This has Mercedes calls it Designo, D-E-S-I-G-N-O interior. It's like their fancy interior they have. This also has the Designo paint. This is a $5,000 option. So you get the AMG sport seats. Everything's black with the diamond quilt. If you take a look up here, like a Alcantara headliner. I'll get in. Getting in is like, it's pretty high. I actually have to hold on to the steering wheel, jump in a little bit. We've got the $3,000 carbon fiber trim. So you'll get it on the full console here and on the O-Poop bar.
The O-Poop bar.
And I think that's about how far your $3,000 goes.
That is definitely not $3,000 worth of carbon fiber.
No,
just
it's
putting
not.
that out there.
And there's a little bit in the center of the tachometer, but not too much. Let's take a look at this dash. Literally like 6 inches maybe. Windshield to the dash is insane. Like
For
I
a
said,
modern car,
it's crazy.
It's insane.
It does have airbags, obviously. It still has the. I'll put a picture up, the old analog style gauges. It has like a little screen here, which gives you, your radio and nav and what have you. Lots of buttons. So right here we have the 3 locking differentials. And obviously like a radio, nav, telephone will go up on the screen. I guess you can, that's kind of cool, you can dial the number.
No one needs that anymore.
I've never seen that. That's old school.
That's when I was saying that the dashboard looked dated. That's what I was zeroing in on.
And then we've got heated seats, cooled seats, parking. This is like the automatic start stop. And then down here, I'm sitting. I don't know if you can see this angle, but here are my hands on the steering wheel, and then to get to the climate control.
It's pretty tucked under there.
It's down here,
and it's down under. It's in Australia.
Yeah, it's analog, which is fine. Like the dial works well. As we were saying, the little stick shift knob.
Whatever that is, a little shifter.
It's called a Falterbach. That's where AMG is.
And
a Falterbach.
Falterbach. That's the look. That's not what that thing is called.
No, that's where AMG is from.
We should call that the Falterbach.
And
the unofficial name.
This little button, SCM. So C is the comfort mode, S is sport, and then M is the manual mode. You can, just shift through the gears with the M.
I'm just doing a little scan up here for this stuff. Interesting.
Here, this still actually has like a mechanical e-brake.
I do love that. I'm not crazy about electronic parking brakes.
No, I don't like electronic parking brakes either. And then we have this must have these fancy contoured seats, there's lumbar and sidebar and up bar and whatever. All that kind of stuff.
Don't forget that cup holder.
Oh yeah. Passenger cup holder.
It's a cup net.
Cup net.
You could actually play a little basketball from here with that.
Driver.
You also have your 12-volt there too, which is an odd place for it.
That is, yeah. Driver, if you want a cup holder, you're kind of out of luck. Sorry.
No cups for you.
But we do have the ceramic coated leather, so if you did just put up in the dash and it fell, it would bead right off.
I will tell you that the leather is nice.
Oh, it's super nice, and the seats are super comfortable. If you look, I mean, I'm 6 feet tall. There's a ton of headroom. Let's hop in the back and see how. I think it looks a little tight back there. Okay, back seat. You definitely have to grab this because it's high.
It's a bit of a jump. Oh my God, the door sills are illuminated.
Yeah, they are. All right, so the back, you said even higher than in the front. Wow. Wow. But there's still headroom.
They call that stadium seating.
This is stadium seating. It's actually kind of cool view here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at this. Seat's all the way back. So let's take a look how much room I have in here.
I wouldn't want to get in there.
For a big car, it's pretty tight. It would not be comfortable on like a long road trip. You definitely have to put the seat up. Take a look at this seat belt. Obviously a red seat belt. If you want to sit in the middle,
Ceiling attachment point, yeah. It's down here. You can see.
Oh wow! Look at this. So you take this piece.
Oh, and then you gotta.
You put it in here. You take this piece and you put it somewhere back here.
It's a 2-point attaching 3-point belt.
That is weird and totally awesome at the same time for some reason.
It's like if you rode in the back, you'd almost want to sit in the middle.
You want to sit in the middle. Just because. How many times have you ever done like 2 clicks?
Not many. I like that the seats are finished just to the same level back here that the front seats are.
It should be for $5 grand.
Yeah, right.
But it's all
And
the
the rear seats, the speakers are integrated.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see, there's like a little red tab there, here. You cannot push it with your finger. You need like a key to
dislodge it.
Dislodge it.
I guess so, you know, children and such.
It's very safe, I guess.
Yeah, well, we'll scratch that part about wanting to sit in the middle then.
It is, I mean, that's
Oh,
cool.
look, you can just stow it
Yeah.
completely away.
That's cool.
kind of neat.
There's no option on the window sticker for the tire, extra tire, so it must be standard. But you open this, it's obviously a little heavy because it's heavy, number one, and there's a big wheel and tire. As Levon noted out, beautiful diamond trim on your trunk door.
You need this.
Yeah.
Let's just take a moment and touch it.
Yes.
Yes, quite good. I like how it's weird because it's just in the middle of what
Vinyl.
I appear is just vinyl. Yeah, what just appears to be vinyl.
The trunk's decent size. I've got all my camera gear and bags and whatever. There's quite a lot of room back here. It's obviously super tall. These are obviously the wheel wells, but we have this little stowaway. Let's take a moment to listen to the door close.
Yeah.
They don't make cars like that anymore.
Do one more time because it's very satisfying.
Even to open it.
Yeah.
I mean, let's do it on these front doors here. I mean, this is like very like military grade, like push button.
Those seats are not military grade.
I mean, that's just, you can see the mechanism here. It's just like it's a
simple,
metal
effective.
piece. Everything's plastic and hidden on new cars, and
That's a good latch.
sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the that AMG side exhaust we were talking about off of the running board here. It's very G-Wagon. It's very cool there. Alright, so we're gonna pop the hood here. So sitting in there is the AMG hand-built 5.5 liter twin turbo V8 making 563 horsepower, 561 pound-feet of torque, 7-speed automatic, 6,000 pound curb weight, 0 to 60 in 4.8. This one was handcrafted by Manuel
Huber.
Except it's not like Italian, it's German. How would you German accent that? Manuel
Huber.
But like we were saying, you can buy this car with a V12.
Yeah, a twin turbo V12. Right?
Yes. I don't know where they fit it. Maybe some of it sits in your lap.
Yeah, I guess so. I felt like I could put my foot through the firewall and, onto the engine itself when I was sitting in there.
Yeah, because that's tucked in there tight. As we were saying, it sits really high because obviously the car is high and it wants the ground clearance and all the mechanicals for the diffs and four-wheel drive system, what have you. So it sits high. I'm sure it was difficult, like designing the cooling system to keep the turbos cool in here, but obviously they made it work. So a lot of these cars, you have to be like, you can't be a little shorty to.
I bet the trunk has the same sort of. Not so much.
Grab that hood. So we're looking at the outside. Excuse me while I grab my phone. I want to tell you the exact color of this car.
It's called Magno
Night Black Matte Finish. $3,950.
I don't know if it's capturing it, but it does have like a green fleck in the paint.
Yeah, inside when we were getting it washed, it looks a little, definitely not black. It was definitely lighter, but then we definitely caught like green flecks in there.
I'll bet it just looks black on camera.
It feels, I'm telling you, the matte feels cool.
Really?
Like the texture of the paint.
You can actually feel the overspray.
And if you look at the back here, it's only got a single reverse light, which is kind of weird. The other one is like a brake light or a reflector or something. G63, probably says AMG here.
Yep.
Got the big fenders. We've got the 275, 50, 20s on here. I mean, 20 nowadays is like, new 911, 992 is coming with 21. So these are actually kind of small.
I think this car could use a lot more tire, in my opinion.
It could. I'd go like a 21 with a bigger tire on there.
Even the 20 I could roll with and just put a taller tire on there.
Yeah. But G-Wagon is, very boxy. We were talking about, instead of buying like the matte from the factory, it's getting like a black car and getting the matte wrap. It's obviously easier to clean and maintain. But I saw some videos of guys trying to wrap these G-Wagons. You think it's so easy because it's like a box. But there's like,
it's got like
trim pieces and folds and fenders. It's supposedly like a huge job to do one of these cars. It's got the pipes on this side as well. So each bank of the V8 has pipes coming out of it.
So your children burn their legs when they get out.
Oh my God! Not like have you ever been in an old Viper?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Singe your legs.
Viper.
You might as well get that burn mark just tattooed on your leg.
Seriously. What else?
Got the V8 bi-turbo badge. I have to say that's like probably one of the cooler badges to have if you have V8 bi-turbo written someplace.
Oh, yeah.
And then of course you got to have more requisite AMG badging because you need that.
Yeah, I don't even know if I want to do an AMG badge count on this car. I don't think I can count that high.
No, there's a lot of them.
There might be as many as are on M cars.
Yeah, each of the pipes are tagged as AMG as well.
Yeah, we've got AMG in the front grille. This one, I guess it comes standard with this chrome bumper guard, which I think it looks...
It's well integrated. I like that.
Oh, yeah, it's built like right into the bumper. It looks nice.
Yeah.
This is like the like that adaptive radar cruise control. Some of the Mercedes, I was saying, like my mom has a C450. It's built into the big emblem here, so I think it looks a little bit better than taking a chunk out of there.
I like how the front tow hitch is just permanently affixed down there.
Yeah, man, off-road.
That's cool.
You don't want to screw it in when you're like stuck in the mud.
Yeah, that's neat.
So the 16s, I don't know what year it started, but they basically refreshed it, so it's got like the more round headlights, and it's got the LED running lights.
Which do look kind of tacked on, if I'm being honest.
Dude, they are.
Yeah.
Like this light is like a unit.
It's just a whole piece.
Yeah, you could probably just take this light out. These are always cool. The little indicators on the hood.
Are they? What are? Do they illuminate, or are they just a reflector?
No.
Oh yeah, those are your flashers. That's your That's your turn signal.
Yeah, this is the turn signal.
That's kind of cool.
Well, I guess there's like.
There's the side one.
You can't put it in. There's nothing on the side here unless you like stick it on the side. It'll look weirder.
It does look like it has kind of a growth coming off of it.
It's still cool. I mean, this car.
It is very cool.
It's a G-Wagon. Yeah. It's cool looking.
Yeah, you can't not want one.
No, you totally want one.
If you're a car guy and you don't want a G-Wagon,
you're not a car guy.
You're not a car guy.
No.
That's true.
I mean, look at this. I mean, like this windshield is just like straight up.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. It's a good thing it has that heated front windshield.
I'm 6 feet and taller than me. Is taller than me? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, if you could, I don't know if you can see it on camera. I'll try to take a picture. But you can see all the elements in the windshield. I actually thought the windshield was dirty, but it's all the.
Oh yeah, on an angle you probably
all the
see
heating elements in there. We check out the big. I was talking about how well I actually think that this car brakes. I don't know the dimensions, but this is a 20-inch wheel, and this
probably a 15-inch rotor.
Yeah, that caliper almost fits the entire wheel. It's really nice. The red AMG is probably a 6-piston, maybe even an 8. Back in the G-Wagon after stopping to take photos and talk about the exterior and interior details. After driving this for a while, that I've been driving it for a little bit today, I'm getting much more used to just how everything feels, because everything's heavy. The steering and the brake pedal and the accelerator and just the car in general. But I'm like much more comfortable, like especially like I don't want to turn in too fast because I'm a little nervous, but on the basic turns, it actually handles really well.
Yeah, I mean, even from the passenger side, I will say that it felt more compliant than I would have imagined.
Going back this way.
Yeah, I've got them. Okay. If you look down here. Even as we were going around the car and looking at everything, I found myself appreciating a lot of the details that are on it. Stuff that you don't see on cars anymore.
Right.
I mean, this is the last of its breed.
That is true.
You know, we probably won't see stuff like that again. Even the Jeep, like the Wrangler now, is way more refined than it used to be. You know, I'm surprised you can still take the doors off.
I know.
You know? So, just seeing a lot of... This is definitely a car guy's car.
Totally.
Yeah, just looking at the exposed mechanisms.
Yeah.
Little stuff that, you know, car people will appreciate. It definitely has a lot of those things. The power is nice too. I mean, but you know what? It just feels like it's like...
Whoa!
Yeah, I think that was just the downshift. I don't think that had anything to do with it.
But it does pull.
But would you want any less horsepower in this car?
No, I want more.
It feels adequate.
Like I want more torque.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels adequate.
Yeah.
That's what it feels.
Whoa!
Yeah, well, there you go.
You see the steering wheel?
Yeah, it just went torque
steer
right out of your hand.
Wow.
So much for that off-roading. That's what you get with that wallowy steering.
Wow.
But, yeah, good luck holding that thing straight.
Oh my goodness, that was hilarious.
Whoa! Yeah, there's no way the camera conveyed that.
No. And I'm going to be that guy that goes in the right lane and cuts in at the end.
Come on. You can't be that guy.
I'm in the G-Wagon. I'm bigger and taller than everyone. Like, you can get out of my way. Usually when I'm in my little sports car, I can't do that, but today, I will be that guy.
Everyone's like, look at this jerk in the G-Wagon. Let's cut this Prius off. That's the polar opposite of this vehicle. And you waved to the Prius. That's something that never happened.
I'm nice.
Yes, that is nice. You should wave. But if we're assuming the role of someone who drives a G-Wagon...
I'd probably give him the finger.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think we talked about it earlier. I find myself liking the car a lot. I have an appreciation for trucks. I like cars that don't have any compromise, so to speak. Obviously, the compromise is the sporty factor of this, but I suppose you're getting some of that back with the engine, the motor, everything is set up. And the way the car looks, I mean, you got the big red brake calipers, you got those snarling quad exhausts like coming out the side of the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's very cool. I like it a lot. It speaks to me. I mean, if you told us in our 20s about what we were doing right now, we would still like this car.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I judge it. Would 22-year-old me be really excited about the situation right now?
Right.
I think so.
My final thoughts, I love how it looks, I love how it sounds, it's comfortable. The matte paint is cool, but I wouldn't personally get it just because the maintenance is a little bit of a nightmare to keep clean.
I think I agree with you on that.
Yeah, but all in all, the Gladiator, thumbs up. I just want to thank Levon for coming out. It's obviously fun to talk to, and I'll link his stuff down below for his knives. And just
well, I had a blast, I'll tell you that.
All right, great. Thanks so much, man.
Thank you, buddy.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video with me and Levon driving this car. We had a lot of fun. I actually really like this car. Let me know in the comments below what you like about the car, what you don't, maybe what other car you would get instead of this. But I hope we answered the question, is the G-Wagon the coolest SUV around? I think it is. It's very cool, very iconic. If you're new here, once again, please hit that subscribe button. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Please comment below. I'd love to interact with you guys. Hope you had fun and enjoyed the video. Take care and drive safe.